What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome
Morning.
to
Happy Wednesday.
another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. Yes, and happy Wednesday. As you can see, it's me and Pastor Corey today. Some
And
of my
my
other
banana.
brothers may be rolling through, and the banana. so, so, oh man. So we appreciate you guys. Excuse me. We're a little late. I apologize. I appreciate you guys coming through. Excuse me. Deborah, good morning. Happy Winning Wednesday. I love that. Good morning. BJ in the building. All right. So, as we always do, make sure you share. This is your opportunity to share. Lisa in the building. Life Evolution Coach. Blessings to you. I love it, Lisa. She said, I'm just going to hang out in YouTube land because you're always going to end up there. So, as always, we appreciate you. Hold tight as we start the show. We're going to have an interesting conversation. So just hang in there.
But don't be the meal. You know when you said that? Yeah, don't be the meal.
Experience is the best teacher, but truth is the Holy Spirit is the best teacher.
If you can find the straightest path to the queen that you're supposed to be with, I believe in, and she finds her straightest path to you, and I think it gets away from all those, the skeletons in the closet.
We aim for the wrong things.
Right.
We aim to make our children a good husband. We aim to make our children good wives or successful businessmen or whatever. Right. The aim is wrong.
Trending is not happening without curiosity. So what's driving curiosity? You understand? People that are successful, people that are effective in life are people with priorities.
Oh, priorities. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
I thought about that, man. I was, trending does not happen without curiosity.
Right.
I was trying to remember the basis for that conversation, for that narrative. And I thought about it, whatever is trending because people are curious about what it is.
Yes.
People, and people that are successful establish priorities, but everything begins with curiosity.
Right.
So I kept trying to go back and well, where was I going with that? And I'm like, I don't know what the topic was, but it was deep, but it's too deep to have just a snippet.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we need to change my snippet.
No, see, because you got to have that make you think like,
what was he going with?
Talking about?
Yeah.
Right. Gotta catch. What's up, Romello? Great morning to you, my brother.
Morning, brother.
All right. Let's see. So yesterday. Hold on. He said, "Oh, that's yeah. There you go. Oh, all right. Hopefully you coming through, my brother. Hopefully you coming through.
Yeah, what you doing in the comments, man? You better get on
the other side of the screen. All right. So yesterday we talked about black men in America, but we specifically spoke about the kind of the relationships we've had personally with the police and our personal encounters. And I kind of want to have more of the personal conversation as opposed to the broad span of what you see on the news and things of that nature. Because what, for myself, and I didn't share yesterday because you guys really had a lot to share about, you guys encounter was for me, I've never had a bad traffic stop. Like I never had anything that was suspect or bad, and real talk, like I've never been pulled over for being black. I know for myself, and I've been called, I guess, the unfortunate fortunate, and it's always been a way that I pushed in my head to carry myself, because of being black in America, having to walk a certain line. Mentally, I never wanted to be targeted, so I always try to position myself in a place where I try not to get targeted. And, because of just the way God made me, I became a safe black. you know, and I've literally been called that. You know, that's not a word that I just made up or did I put myself in. I've been called that. You know, oh, you're safe. You're and at first I, you know, like one of them things like, oh, that's good. Then I was like, what? Wait, what about my other brothers?
He's Anthony.
Right. And then I thought
black,
about that.
He's black butt.
But right.
When I was living in Champaign, I had an experience like that.
Okay.
My neighbor from across the street in Champaign, it's the hair, came over to my house one day and was talking about her family's experience with their son at the emergency room. Their son used to, you know, hurt himself all the time because he was just a rambunctious little boy.
Right.
And so she came over to the house and was like, yeah, we took him to the emergency room and we saw the doctor. And you know what? He was black, but he was great.
Right.
and you know, but the thing is, she had no sense of awareness of what she was saying. Right. She said, we had a doctor, he was black, but he was great.
Right.
He was black, but. And so my question is, how many times have you heard that statement about professionals with black skin?
Right.
He's black butt, or she's black butt. She's really good.
Right.
As if the expectation is that because you're black, you're not going to be good. So it's unusual.
Gotcha.
When you're doing what you're supposed to do as a black person.
Right. Oh, I got Dwayne in the building. Great morning to you.
Morning.
Yeah. So I think I had one incident when I was living in a town called Fort Oglethorpe. And if you don't know where that is, that's at the top of Georgia, right on the line of Tennessee. And it's been what it's been historically known for. It's not been the best place to be for black people back in the day. It's okay. It's a little better now. And I've known of no incidences when I was living there. I think about 2 years I lived there. But I was at a laundromat, and it was like a little small laundromat. It was just me and somebody else. I went into the bathroom. I come out the bathroom, you know, I'm doing something, feeling a cop comes in. He's like, hey, were you just in the bathroom? Yeah. You start thinking in your mind, like, okay, yeah. Well, we got a call that someone was in the bathroom too long. They might have been doing drugs or something.
What?
I'm like, what? Like,
well, I'm getting arrested every time then, because that's precious time. Bathroom is precious time.
Right. And now, so I'm like, of course.
But that's the first one. I ain't never heard that one.
Yeah, man. He asked for my license and stuff. And, and let's keep where you have the moments like, okay, because like you, Pat, like he asked you for something. It's like, all right, are we going to buck? Or are we going to be like, what you need my license for? Does it really matter? To boom, 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 boom. Or let me get the license so we just end this situation and it doesn't need to escalate. I went with let me give you my license because it's just me and you, and no cameras. Here's my license. I don't need this to escalate to something else.
Wow.
So it just that was my first. I think that was like
the bathroom. They called the cops on you because you was in the
bathroom too long. Yeah. And I knew who it was. I knew who it was. I was. It was only me and them.
Smell check?
Huh?
Did at least go do a smell check?
Right. When he came in, he went straight to the bathroom to see who was in the bathroom. And it's just me and them, so I was already out the bathroom. So. So
see, and here's my thing. What's the justification of that?
Right. Nothing.
Dispatch.
How long is too long? Right. I don't know because you and I take my time.
Right.
I take my time, and when I was under 50, when I was under 20, shoot, boy, I go in there, take the shirt off and everything. Got to relax.
Right, Romello, I feel you. That is the statement right there. Right. I just need you to get home. And Romello said he had he went to a dinner party and they asked the question, how many times you've been stopped? He said he had been stopped 50 times in his lifetime, and it was the highest in the room. So,
of course.
Wow. I don't think I've been stopped that. I really haven't had a lot of experiences.
Right.
I mean, but I ain't stupid either. I live vicariously through other people.
Right.
And
But I think that has a lot to do with it, though. You think about the circumstances by which people get stopped. I would say the same thing. I've driven nice cars, but not unusually expensive cars.
Right.
I have no reason to be in your neighborhood unless I have a real purpose for being in there.
Right.
So the odds, I think what we're learning is that the odds are much higher with people of color than they are with people with less hue.
Right.
That's just the reality. I've been thinking about this stuff, man, and I have these conversations with people with
speed big time. Oh,
yeah. Well, you looking for trouble,
right.
all the wrong places. But I'll tell you something. So I don't want to get off what I was saying. Is I've been watching the videos. I didn't like doing it, but I've just taken it upon myself to start watching it. I've watched video after video after video after video after video after video after video of interactions between whites and people of color. And when people say I wasn't going. I was going to say, well, Pastor would get called on every morning for being in the
look, if my wife was diming me out, Pastor, she'd probably say something the same thing.
Yeah, I would too. I get to say it.
Look, it's so bad for me. It's like this. My wife, I got to use the bathroom. Hold the baby for a second. And she was like, "Oh, they're gonna be asleep when you get out."
Right.
Look, we have 4.5 bathrooms in this house, and I go to mine. My wife will interrupt me and ask me how long I'm gonna be in here. I get out if you leave me alone. Anyway.
All right, go ahead, man. You said you're watching videos after video after video. Come on.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is when you hear people say that we are without excuse, you cannot ignore the number of cases that exist. Morning, Sister Sam. Yeah, I love you. I love you too. You better stay out my bag.
Hey, lady.
It's a throne room for a reason. Kings.
The king.
Kings.
Hey.
The Browns be going to the Super Bowl every day.
Yeah. And I say this because I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, a couple of weeks ago, dealing with the Jacob Blake situation.
Okay.
And when the video first came out, he said, "I need more information."
Right.
All right. And I'm saying, miss me with that. We don't need more information. Right. We have a problem. And anyone who tries to act like we don't have a problem is the problem. Right. I've just looked at, and I don't want to change the narrative or change the topic here, but they're talking now. There's polls that saying that Donald Trump is tightening the margins, the margins between him and Joe Biden. Okay, they're saying that because COVID-19 it appears to be leveling off, or there's less cases. Really, the truth is there's less cases being reported. That when people now look at the economy, they say that Trump has a stronger play than Joe Biden if we focus on economy. Mm. They also say that if we focus on law enforcement, Trump has a stronger play than Joe Biden if we focus on law enforcement. That's the narrative, and that's what they're getting ready to start pushing, because Trump has been successful in downplaying COVID-19. Now, I'm not one of those who is afraid of COVID-19. I'm just a careful person, and I see the reality of what it is. Right. And so the point that I'm trying to make for people need to understand that if Trump is reelected, and I got to make this clear, I don't care whether you're an entrepreneur, I don't care how much money you make, I don't care what your business is. If you're a person of color, it's not going to serve you well. If Trump is reelected, it's not the next 4 years, it's the next 40 years. Right. And that's what people are people don't understand, that this man is putting Supreme Court justices in place. that means that it's a lifetime assignment.
Right.
So the more conservative the Supreme Court is, the less opportunity there's going to be for a fair. Now, I'm not trying to call any Supreme Court justice phony or deceitful or anything like that. But what I'm saying is, if they're conservative and they're Donald Trump supporters or endorsed by they endorse Donald Trump, something has to be broken somewhere. Right. So whether you're looking at law enforcement or whether you're looking at your business. You understand? There's a point to where it goes, and I know I hate to say this, but it goes beyond the money. Romello says Trump will win again. White folks are desperate, and he feeds their fears. Yes, that's absolutely true. That's how he got elected the first time.
Right.
So we talk about brothers in business. I'm saying, okay, brothers in business, but guess what? If he gets reelected, they'll just stop coming through your business.
Yeah.
Because they don't want you to succeed.
Right. Wow.
So all the people who look like me who are pushing for Trump, if you're not a part of his cabinet, good luck.
Right.
Because at some point he won't need you anymore.
Right.
And a second term, he cannot get reelected. So please help me understand what you think is going to happen when he's on his last run.
Right. That's when you get to be real. I ain't running again. And it's honestly it's real talk is like double whammy, because like even most presidents that make the second term, they are at least party connected, so their moves can't really be reckless because they're like, I still got to protect the party even when I'm gone, because I'm part of this crew. He ain't really part of the Republican Party. They were an ends to a means to an end. They were just
a video of all the words, the statements that the Republicans made about Donald Trump before he was elected.
Right.
Everything he says is a lie.
Right.
The man's a pig.
All of
them were saying it.
Yeah. He has no connection. So
I'm sorry. There's no way I'm going to support you. You call my wife ugly.
Right.
Ted Cruz.
Right.
On some grown man stuff. Period.
Right.
You understand? How in the world do you come back from that? I mean, I may not knock you upside your head.
Right.
But I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Come on,
yeah.
man.
Right.
So what I'm saying is.
Then we talked about John McCain too, didn't we?
All the John McCain supporters.
A dead John McCain at that.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I prefer people who weren't captured.
And that's fine.
Not the heroes don't get captured. I'm like, what? Wait, what?
Wait a minute. Ain't all the World War I vets stupid or suckers or something like that?
All of that. There's soundbite after soundbite after soundbite.
But it's fine.
Right. And yet you continue. And so that tells you that it goes beyond the person. It goes to the message.
Right.
And yet again, America has given us two fabulous candidates for the office of the highest position in the land.
Yeah. But hey, at least
Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Could you imagine something more beautiful other than maybe Clinton and Trump? Could it get? I was like, can it get worse? But hey, I guess.
I mean, listen. At least Joe is in the system. Joe has it. I feel like Joe's much better than Trump. Joe is at least gonna be more of a forward thinker. He may not do everything, but
I don't even think that.
Joe, I'm not gonna say Joe. If you say it from this perspective, Joe is not as dangerous
as Trump.
As Trump.
Right.
I can't say better. I'll just say less dangerous.
Less dangerous. Right.
That's what I'll say.
Right.
I mean, because for black men,
at least Joe is the expert.
But Donald Trump listened to experts. He just ignored what they said.
Right.
For at least black men, Joe Biden has a history with us. And I ain't talking about the formidable Obama years. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the legislation, and if your children end up in the classroom with his children and the Jungle Book, the Jungle Bunnies, and all that other. This is what America has subjugated itself to. Look here, and here's the problem: when you get what you want,
yes, McNair, lesser evil.
When you get what you want, you have to eat all that pie.
You
can't say I don't want none of this. So America's put themselves, we put ourselves in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know Romello because they both a little quick with the words, and I don't think Joe might let him step in front of him, step in front of him like he did with Hillary Clinton at the debate.
Well, I think the difference is Trump has no conscience. Trump
Yeah,
doesn't, and Joe has a conscience. I mean, you
right,
have to recognize that. So I wouldn't say that I wouldn't go as far as say he's not formidable.
right,
He's just conscious. He's more conscious than Donald Trump.
right,
Donald Trump doesn't care. He doesn't have bumpers. He doesn't have barriers.
right,
It's really just that simple.
And,
And he's made it clear where he stands. He's basically saying, let's move the white agenda forward. And if you're white, you need to get with me.
right,
You may not like my character. I may not have integrity, but you can see that I have influence. So you may as well get with me and let's do this, because if I don't win, you lose.
right.
That's the message. That's the message. White people, to Romello's, who said that? White people are losing their, and I hate even making that statement, because America is not supposed to be about color.
Right.
And that's what I was talking about yesterday. I was saying that as quote unquote Black people, we are the only species on the planet where it's on site.
Right.
To know a person is Jewish, you have to have a conversation.
Right. Right.
You understand?
Right.
To know a person is Muslim, you can assume, but to know a person is Muslim, you have to have a conversation.
Right.
You don't have to have a conversation with Black people, and they never do. It's on site. Ours is about color. And I'm say this one more time. We do not, if we're going to have a conversation, let's have that conversation.
Right.
Because it's not about, we're the only people where it's not about culture, it's strictly about color. For other people, it's about culture, not about color.
Right.
It's about culture. For us, we're the only ones where it's by color. It's on site. Something that you can change your religion.
Right.
You can change your business. You can change your name. You cannot change your color.
I is who I is. And that's the narrative. Right. I mean, look at American history, right? If we take American history.
Yes.
Love y'all.
All right, sir.
Good.
Love you, man.
If you look at the history of America, right, when it comes to anything famous or anything worth doing about Black people, it's added with the caveat of the first African American to do this, the first Black woman to do this, the first Black man. It shouldn't be the case, and then I even wonder how accurate it is in a lot of cases. Like we know Dr. Charles Drew for being the first person to do a heart transplant, but most people will say he was the first Black surgeon, or he was. How can you invent something and then you die because they won't give you the treatment that you created?
Right.
We look at Jackie Robinson, the first Black baseball player.
Right.
Wilma Rudolph,
Major League there.
Tennis player. The Arthur Ashes, Thurgood Marshall's the first Black Supreme Court justice. And that's our life, is trying to be the first Black side. Right. I get it. On one hand, it's acknowledgement, and then on the other hand, it's literally saying, hey, we was doing all this stuff before you even knew what it was, when that's not the narrative and that's not the truth, but that's the way everybody looks at it.
Right. Yeah. Because like even what happened? I was listening to the Tiger Woods story, and how the golf club that was holding the PGA, that you win the green jacket. They didn't lift their racial ban until 1990. Wow. That was, that shook me. I was like, wow, the Masters, there you go. Able to get away with it for so long without a fight. But we weren't known to be heavy in golf. And I'll say we weren't known because I'm sure there's pockets of the United States that there's probably groups of Black golfers, doing their thing, You remember the movie with Big Boy from Outkast? Yes. Who's your caddy? Yeah. Oh.
But you remember basis of why he felt the way he felt because his daddy was a caddy.
Yeah,
because his father was at the course record.
Yes, I remember. But so I think, and the first became that stigmatism because because of our skin color, our opportunities were limited. So when we were able to break through the barriers, because we had to be 1,000 times better in order to get to places, it became our milestone. So it was like that was the goal, just for us to be the first, and then from like even basketball, being the first to start to at least dominate. Can we or be half? Can we be mixed? Can we get mixed? And now of course blacks are dominating football and basketball. It just became our badge of honor almost. And like I get it, like where, like how do you get rid of the color stigmatism? How do we stop discussing based on color? Because we are all pretty much the same. We a little different as far as what we listen to and things of that nature, but we're pretty much American.
Yeah, you might turn up differently. You
Right.
might have a quinceañera, you might have a sweet 16.
Right.
Because that's one of the things that gets me, and it kind of ties into the original topic for today is business and jobs really difficult for Black people? The problem with us, I believe, is a head problem. It's a head problem. It's a mentality problem. And to think about it, right? Do you know anyone who cut hair out of their house, who does hair out of their house, who cooks food or run a catering business out of their house that's Black? You know anybody on those lines?
Yes.
Have you ever seen anybody ask them for a discount?
Right.
We got to stop doing that, Black people. Hey,
but wait, hold on. Before you even go there, well, matter of fact, I got something for that. And before we go there, we rolling over to YouTube, and we're gonna talk about this one right here because I got something a little different for you. When he says like they say about Obama, he's not the first Black president, he's the first elected Black president. There was a Black president before George Washington, but no one talks about that. Interesting. All application causes us to have this separation. All right.
Ooh.
Follow us to YouTube. I got 2 ads I want to throw up you. One is for my baby. I need you guys to support my child. and she has a fundraiser. It ends in this week. So support, just buy something. Just one thing.
Yeah, this is Sassy Sam Jr. he's talking about.
Right. Yes, indeed. Also, Brothers Legacy is growing and we're expanding, and we're looking for you guys to donate just to help us build and grow, not just the broadcast, but outside of the broadcast. We're in the school system and we're doing some amazing things, and you're going to see that as well. So hold on one second. And then we're rolling over to YouTube. If you're on Facebook, there should be a link. What's her site? I'm the boom. There it is right there. It's rolling across the screen. Oh, right there. So hold on one second. Let's see.
Hi, my name is Alexis Walker. I'm doing a fundraiser for Cotton Indian Elementary School. Click on the link below and see all the stuff we have to offer. Thanks.
Get on it.
I appreciate you supporting the Brothers of Legacy broadcast. In this space, we are in the process of expanding. And what does that mean? We have developed a financial literacy course for children. We're connecting with schools. We've got other men involved in our local programs in our community. We are ever expanding. So now we are seeking your financial support. And what does that mean? That means we are trying to get money for administrative costs, marketing, and being able to grow exponentially. But we need you to help us with that financially. And you've already helped us with being part of the broadcast, helping us, those that are part of the community. They've helped tremendously. But now we need your financial support. So what I'm asking, if you click the link here, click that website, go to the website, check out the Brothers of Legacy. It gives you an understanding of what we're doing, as well as gives you a chance to contribute financially. You have several ways. You can go through PayPal, you can go through Cash App. Also, you can give monthly, you can give one time, however you see or feel like you should contribute into this movement. This is an opportunity for you to contribute to legacy. We are changing the narrative. So this is your opportunity to be a part of that legacy. Our legacy is about the building blocks we start today. Our legacy is about the building blocks we start today. So we appreciate you. We thank you. And I thank you for all the supporters that's already given. And for those that desire to give, this is your opportunity. And I'm thanking you in advance. As always, I'm excited. I'm excited for the growth. We've been at this a year and some change now. And change is going to happen. And I want you to be a part of it. So hit that link and be a part of that change.
Bam! All right.
YouTube.
In the building. All right. So I know for us, we see that a lot. But listen, I've discovered this while working at Costco, working with different ethnicities and people from different countries. I was in Chicago, particularly. One of the ladies from Poland, and it's a huge Polish population there.
Chicago,
so one day,
and stuff like that. All them Puerto Ricans in that cold city. I from Puerto Rico and Chicago.
So she just finished talking to one of the members, in her language or whatever. She came over to me, and she said, "Man, I know you guys don't ever experience this, man. I can't stand it. Why are they always in here asking for a discount?" Yo,
so we're not alone.
Not at all. I've had Hispanics ask me the same thing. Like, do you guys deal with that? They always ask for a daggone discount. Yeah. So it ain't just us, dude. I was crying. I was like, no, you are not alone.
See, now I would love to hear the other side of that. I would love to ask another question to that same answer.
Okay.
And that's when they go to other stores and they're not talking to somebody who look like them. Do they ask for that? Because I know we don't.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I know we'll go to a flea market or to a produce market or something like that. We ain't asking for no discount. But I'm getting my hair cut.
John Hanson. Okay. Yeah, you said you're getting your hair cut?
Well, when I had hair, I would hear people, "Hey man, let me get it for $7 this time. Come on now. Right. I got you next time."
Right.
It's like I don't know. I guess you see what your race is, just like crime. Crime occurs in certain because people live in that. Yeah. So because you normally in a black neighborhood, so I guess it's let me get that discount.
Right. right. But the crazy part, I will say, like growing up in New York, I don't know if you've ever been in those like the stores that the people that work there own the store. Right. So you like so you're looking at stuff, you're like, yo, how much is that? And they're like $35. They're like, oh man, that's too much. And you about to and you go walk out. You're like, nah.
Okay. For you.
All right. What if so I've had those. So it gets in your mindset like, you start.
Korea's like that too.
Yeah.
I learned the hard way in Korea that it wasn't. When I first got there, they took me to all the little spots where Americans go, where bargaining and bartering was cool.
Right.
And then I walked into a Dolce & Gabbana store downtown Seoul.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, let me get this for $300 instead of $4." The dude said, "Get out. You go." Real talk.
Oh man, so it ain't this kind of party here.
Yeah, I had to learn today.
But yeah, so yeah, I mean, I dig it. Sometimes we can be hard. But yeah, like I said, it happens in a lot of cultures. I don't think it's not just us.
Well, it's good that it happens in other. I just never.
Yeah.
I never had a conversation with somebody
Right.
with another.
Right.
So
Because I've always thought the same too until that day, and I was like, wow. Because she was like, I can't stand it. Because they do exactly what we do. They do the lean over. Unlike us, we have to talk. We talking in English. For them, they start talking in their language. Like, yo, can I?
See, but our English is another language too,
right? Yo, son.
Hey, bro, I'm a little short.
Right.
Hey, I'm a little short. Hey, I ain't asked for no handout.
Oh man,
help me out though.
Help me out.
Can you help me?
I'm gonna pay. I just can't give you all you asking. Oh man. But yeah, so it does have in other cultures. I think, and when I talk about Blacks in business, kind of how we talked about yesterday with jobs, where on the phone is one thing, and then we meet face to face, you realize who you thought you were talking to is not exactly. I don't look exactly like who you thought I was talking to. So I think it's situations like that I really begin to see the disparity. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, my wife has had plenty of those qualification out the wazoo on application, on a resume, talking like, yeah, we see you. Wednesday, definitely 8:00. And then she get there, then the whole demeanor changes once they see her. She said that she told me times she walk in the office, everyone just like, oh, all right, but they gotta have the interview.
You're gonna have a nice interview,
right?
The position's filled though,
right?
We didn't want to waste your time, so
we don't want to waste your time. So right.
No, but like real talk, it's a sticky situation because I got with me. This is my view on everything in life.
Okay,
right. Regardless of how difficult it is, or how hard, or how many obstacles you may. I personally believe that if you want it and you're willing to put the work in, your skill set can get you there. Right. It's not going to be an easy ride. It may be all uphill for a little while, but you can get there.
Right.
You make them look back and complain a little bit and say, oh, I didn't get a fair shake here or there, but you can get there.
Right.
So I say that first because that's the way I live in America.
Right.
Yes, it's a racial divide in America.
Right.
But not a white person alive can keep me from having what God wants for me to have.
Right.
Yes, there are white cops killing innocent black people. Yes, the word nigger exists. Yes, redlining exists. Yes, time and mandatory minimums are different. All of those things are absolute facts and truths.
Right.
And I believe that nothing can stop me. Why? Because I came from a single parent home.
Right.
I had 5 brothers, 5 sisters. My mom didn't have an 8th grade education, and I've seen 14 countries. I've owned stuff. I've had stuff, and it wasn't always easy.
Right.
But like I said, I don't think that anything can stop our progress except us.
Right.
Now, with that being said, because I'm gonna put that out there first. With that being said, it takes unity for us to get to where we want to go now. Why do I say that? Look at Black Wall Street. We're talking the 1920s in Oklahoma. You got to remember, Oklahoma, yes, it's a state at this point. Or maybe was it a territory? Well, let's say it was a state. I'm not 100% sure. 1865, I'm not sure.
Right.
But it wasn't one of the. It wasn't one of the 13. It wasn't one of the ones that. Yeah, this is ours. It's one of your cars, but it ain't the one you sit in the front yard.
Right.
Right. So we're talking about less than 50 years.
Okay.
After slavery.
Right.
One of the biggest economies in America. Not. See, they always throw out that adjective in front of that word to start to change the way people think.
Right.
black economy or
Right.
a safe place for
Right.
blacks or a great
Right.
black city.
Right.
No. It was one of the premier economies in America.
Right.
Less than 50 years from slavery. So 50 years ago, our family owned nothing.
Right.
We were severely undereducated.
Right.
We was fish out of water.
Right.
And you build one of the most powerful economies in America. We can do it, but we need each other. And that's what they had. And I don't even want to sound like this, but it's just an observation that I made, and maybe it's different for you.
Okay.
The black community was stronger pre-segregation.
Well,
we were forced into that unity because we were all we had.
Right.
But we were a stronger community before segregation.
Yeah. And to me, the reason being, the lines were clear cut, meaning, we were separated because, they made us. And then we decided, listen, I'm tired because I always tell everyone, for me personally, I wish they would have never sat at the lunch counter. Why even sit there, take that abuse in somebody else's business, just so you can come in the front door? Forget you. I'm going to take my money and go somewhere and build something else, or someone else will let me in, but that was my only beef with that whole protest. I get it. And I don't discredit because I know it was hard to do, but we shouldn't even did that one. We should just left that alone. We could have had our own food, then our own little cookout ham sandwiches or whatever, made whatever from whatever was makeshift grill that we could create, because I'm sure we had something to do with that as well. But so as far as the Black Wall Street, we had to do it. And then, when segregation happened, of course, people took their money elsewhere because now we were allowed to shop at places that we weren't allowed to shop at before. But my thing is, when it comes to our communities, I don't think we could have a literal Black Wall Street again, and not because we can't, because there's enough Black millionaires and billionaires to literally build one right now. I think it just has to be, we have to look out for each other just communally and globally. And what I mean, we have businesses, and I think I spoke about this together, when you're supporting your local, right? You want to build up your town,
Absolutely.
So that means you're not really going to just support people that look like yourself. You're supporting businesses that are in your local economy, that give into your schools and stuff like that. So I think it's changed because we're so integrated now, at least for most towns. There are, I'm sure, especially New York, because they still segregated. So for them supporting the money within their town limits is definitely key to them growing. So I think that the unification of us is just a little different now. I believe, as far as the social aspect, like the killings and the Black from cops and things like that, that's a clear cut. Something needs to change in the justice system. I think you muted.
Yeah. My bad.
No, you good.
I had a train going by and I didn't
I got you. I appreciate that.
But no, bro, we make up 13% of the country.
Right.
13%. So that's roughly 42 million out of 300 million people.
Right.
Do you realize the amount and the impact of Black money?
Right.
2019, we're estimated to have the Black economy, or the Black spending power in America. 2019 was $1.4 trillion.
Wow.
That's more than the gross national product of Mexico.
Yes, indeed.
And of every South and Central American country.
Right.
That Black people in America, the 40 million Black people in America, spend more money than every country, the Western Hemisphere, with the exception of Canada and the United States.
Right.
Take my money and spend it to where I can feel that.
Right.
I think still the problem is a lot of us we have some I don't know if I want to go as far as to say self-hatred or a conditioned crab in a barrel mentality, or I don't know. I can't put my finger on it.
I got you. You feel
But
like not to see another business thrive or
right. And the thing about it, there's enough money out there, fellas. People, there's enough money out there.
Right.
If I don't get treated right at Roof Chris,
right.
I might post about it.
Right.
But Roof Chris will never get another dollar. No, let me correct myself because I don't even want to cast any dispersions on Roof Chris.
Right.
It was Houston's, right? That they were protesting.
Yes.
If Houston want to treat me funny,
right?
You know how this is Atlanta. This is Atlanta. Right. This is the black capital of America. Right. Just in case you ain't know.
Right.
Chocolate City might be Washington D.C.
Right.
But Chocolate City ain't got more chocolate city. It ain't got more chocolate than Atlanta. Right. And you got a whole lot of money running through the streets of Atlanta. You know what, Houston's, you be broke messing with me.
Never come back.
I ain't want no Houston steak or whatever else you got. I'm good.
Right. I'm just saying because I think it was T.I. that I think that they got. I would every time I talk, I would be like, oh yeah, make sure you don't go to Houston's. You know, like never forget, don't go to Houston. You know, like I would never let up. I would never let up. You know.
And that's the thing. It's just think about it.
Yeah.
From the inception of America, keeping this country running.
Right.
Literally.
Right.
Figuratively and literally.
Right.
You have been a part of keeping this country running since jump.
Right.
The powerful economy that the South knew, and mind you, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Philly, although they were soon to be great industrial cities,
yes,
they didn't carry the power that South Carolina had, that Virginia had, that Mississippi and Alabama had. That's why even right now, when you mention those states in politics, they carry a lot of weight, in a historical weight that they're carrying, because they were the reason that the American economy surpassed the UK. When you're talking about the billions and the hundreds of billions of dollars in today's economy that they were shipping out indigo, rice, and tobacco.
Right.
And that was on the backs of blacks, on the backs of slaves.
Yes.
And a small handful enjoying and reaping those benefits.
Right.
Well, we see why black people always come to the top of things, because we were put in a position that you had to produce.
Right.
If you didn't produce, we selling you off.
Right.
We might beat you. We might sell your mama, your kids. I don't know.
Right.
But we've always produced.
Yeah, definitely.
And then when you let us in any avenue, we produce.
Right.
You made a comment about what was it, about golf?
Yes.
You think Arthur Ashe? You think he was the best golfer at that time? No, he might have been the best person to integrate golfing.
You talking about tennis? Because
I'm not thinking. You did say. I did say tennis. I can't even think. I can't even think of the trailblazer for Tiger Woods now. Is Sean Rollins in here?
Yeah, he's in the building. He knows.
Sean Rollins. who was the first great? Who was the first great golfer?
Phil, what's his name? No, not tennis. We're talking about golf. Who's the first?
I seen Arthur Ashe. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was so wrong on that.
Oh man, I was just listening to the podcast. But
let's talk about Jackie Robinson.
Right.
You think Jackie Robinson? Well, we had a National Negro League.
Yeah.
So we knew that Jackie Robinson wasn't the best player.
Right.
And this is nothing against him. He did. He was amazing at what he did.
Right.
But he wasn't the best.
No, not at all.
And when we get those opportunities, when we get in, you start to see how steep the learning curve for us is, and how easily we oftentimes embrace it.
Right. Right.
I mean, I think if we had, there we go, Charlie. I knew I remember the name. He probably watched his daddy or somebody else. I mean, just think about it. Right. You never played the game, and then you come into the game, and you become better than most of the players in the game.
Right.
And you're the first.
Right.
You didn't practice. You didn't embrace the time that it takes for techniques and skills.
Right.
I think that our people were made for greatness, and I think sometimes the biggest hindrance of our greatness is each other.
That's true.
There's safety in a multitude of counsel. I know that's a biblical scripture that's talking about making right decisions, but it goes beyond the spiritual application. The principle is a principle.
Right.
If you get 15 brothers who are business savvy and got a little bit of capital, that's the beginning of some major corporation.
Right.
I think that's a concept that Caucasians in America understand a little better than we do, or at least embrace it.
Right.
The union ain't about skill. The union's never been about creating actually it is. It's been that for white people.
Right.
Because the union started because of mob bosses couldn't get jobs because they weren't skilled workers when you got black people coming from the South who were extremely skilled.
Right.
But it was one of those things where at least I'm not a nigga.
Right.
So
no doubt.
Hey, we need 15, we need 50% of these jobs.
Right.
And guess who's not getting 50% of those jobs?
Right. You're right. Right. That's some truth.
So
I appreciate you guys rocking with us and hanging with us. We're gonna rock up out of here. Make sure you share. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. I see 9 people. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
YouTube.
The thumbs up. Make sure you comment. Let us know. Listen, if you've never told us where you're from, put in where you're from. We're definitely gonna shout you out. We're gonna definitely see you tomorrow. I appreciate same channel.
Before you shout it, before you cut us off, can I appeal to the people real quick?
Yeah.
If you're one of those people like me that are on YouTube, when I get on YouTube and I see something interesting that might be good, but I don't want to subscribe to them just yet because I don't know exactly what they're standing on, or was it just a one-off today? Do us a favor. Share it to a page. Look, I know y'all got burner accounts somewhere. I know y'all got burner accounts. I got like 3 of them. So if you don't want to share us to your friends and your general audience because you don't really know us yet and you're getting to know us and win that courtship set, share us to your burner account. Can get that algorithm. Like us. Go to your other account, log on and like us. Leave a comment. Okay, yeah, y'all guys good. Can you talk about this? Do us a solid. Yeah. We good people and we love y'all.
We love you. And let us, if there's something you want us to talk about, let us know. We'll definitely talk about it. All right, Dave's Fit Life. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Dave.
All right, guys. So as always, we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Same time, same channel. Hopefully more of my brothers will be in the building, but we'll see. So as always, know that we love you, but God loves you more. To stay prayed up, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow. I appreciate you supporting the Brothers of Legacy broadcast. In this space, we are in the process of expanding. And what does that mean? We have developed a financial literacy course for children. We're connecting with schools. We've got other men involved in our local programs in our community. We are ever expanding. So now we are seeking your financial support. And what does that mean? That means we are trying to get money for administrative costs, marketing, and being able to grow exponentially. But we need you to help us with that financially. You've already helped us with us being part of the broadcast, helping us, those that are part of the community. They've helped tremendously. But now we need your financial support. So what I'm asking, if you click the link here, click that website, go to the website, check out the Brothers of Legacy. It gives you an understanding of what we're doing, as well as gives you a chance to contribute financially. You have several ways. You can go through PayPal, you can go through Cash App. Also, you can give monthly, you can give one time, however you see or feel like you should contribute into this movement. This is an opportunity for you to contribute to legacy. We are changing the narrative. So this is your opportunity
to be a part of that legacy. Our legacy is about the building blocks we start today. Our legacy is about the building blocks we start today. So we appreciate you. We thank you. And I thank you for all the supporters that's already given. And for those that desire to give, this is your opportunity. And I'm thanking you in advance. As always, I'm excited. I'm excited for the growth. We've been at this a year and some change now. And change is going to happen. And I want you to be a part of it. So hit that link and be a part of that change.